Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about right now is what the farmers are warning about, okay? The United Kingdom, they are facing dire food shortages, forcing prices to skyrocket, and experts predict that this is only the beginning, okay? Extreme weather is wreaking havoc on crops across the region, and England is experiencing more rainfall during the past 18 months than it has ever over any 18-month period since record keeping began in 1836. And because the rain has not stopped, many farmers have been unable to get crops such as potatoes, carrots, and wheat into the ground. So, according to one farmer, he said, usually you get rain, but there will be pockets of dry weather for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time. So that's when you do your planting, but that simply is not what's happening right now. And farmers have also planted fewer potatoes, opting for less weather dependent and financially secure crops. But at the same time, many of the potatoes have been planted are rotting in the ground. That's really sad. And British Growers Association CEO Jack Ward said that there is a concern that we won't ever have the volumes of potatoes that we had in the past now in the future. We are not in a good position, and it is 100% not sustainable. English farmers, though, they're not alone, okay? So if you thought that this video was just about what's going over in the UK, no. People are struggling to grow crops worldwide because of extreme weather. Dry weather in Brazil and heavy rain in Vietnam have farmers concerned about pepper production. And severe drought in Spain and record-breaking rain and snowfall in California have made it difficult for farmers to cultivate olives for olive oil. El Nino and rising temperatures cut Peru's blueberry yield in half last year. Everyone's favorite drinks like coffee, beer, wine have all been impacted by extreme weather. The strain on the agriculture industry will likely to continue to cause food prices to soar. If these were just isolated events, farmers could easily adapt. Bad growing seasons are nothing new. The threat to our food supply chains, both at home and overseas, is growing. Fortunately, we know many ways that we can make the food system more resilient. Growing our own food is a great way to reduce our reliance on store-bought produce. And it could save hundreds of dollars every year at the grocery store. And this is also why we live the lifestyle that we do. This is why we prepare. This is why we stockpile. This is why we have pantries that are so large that we say that we have our own grocery stores in our homes, right? This is why we preserve food, why we pressure can, why we dehydrate, why we have food saver machines and the like, right? And why we come up with different ways to try and, do meals in a jar, and we rebel can, and we do this, that, and the other. And, we try and become so creative. And we're like, that'll do. We're always, within this community, we're exchanging recipes and doing this, that, and the other. And it's so we in our own homes are not as impacted, right? And we have our gardens. And you should see, well, the next time I go over at my son's house, I'll have to take pictures of what my daughter-in-law is doing with her own little hydroponic garden. She has it set up in a closet. It's so cute. She got so excited because she's got basil now. So, these are the things, okay, that we have to start doing more of. And I know a lot of us are on budgets. Heck, I'm on a budget, okay? And we go and we find and we swap ideas. Like, if it wasn't for a community member here, I would have never even known that there was such a thing as a discount grocery store. Okay. So I told my son and my daughter-in-law about it, and they constantly go to the discount grocery store in Pasco County, Florida. We love it. We save so much money. It's absurd. Okay. So these are the things that we do in order to cut costs. Okay. And there's other things that people do to cut costs, like we don't eat as much meat anymore. Okay, because yeah, it's expensive, especially if you got a big family. Okay. We can't afford to eat beef as much as we used to. All right. Like I said to you before in a previous video, we can't afford to eat chicken breast. So what do we eat? Chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. They're more tender, in my opinion, anyway. They're juicier. There's things that you got to do in order to get around to help your budget so you can continue to feed your family on that budget. So, believe me, I understand, okay? But anyway, prepare now, okay? I know that there are local markets like farmers markets and stuff that I know a lot of community members go to, and they get free produce and this, that, and the other, and that's awesome. I don't have anything like that around here that I know of. So if you can get to something like that, see if they'll give you the stuff that they're just about to throw out. Cut off the bad parts, preserve the rest. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. All right, guys, listen, I'm out of here, okay? I'll see you in the next one, okay? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less. Ciao.